Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. We are getting ready for the 4th of July, and as I had said earlier on our Facebook page, we will share a few recipes that would make good sense to do or are delicious anytime, but especially during the 4th of July when you're picnicking, family is gathering, those kinds of things. So what we're going to start with is the kids like to roast hot dogs on the 4th of July, but we're not big hot dog fans as far as the adults are concerned. But if you throw a little chili on there and they're roasted hot dogs, it helps out a lot. So I'm going to show you a recipe for some Crockpot chili that's specifically for hot dogs. Now I've gone ahead and I've browned 2 pounds of hamburger and put that in my liner inside my Crockpot. To that, I'm going to add a cup of ketchup. And this is so nice because everything just kind of goes right there in the crock pot. And then you can set that aside and later just serve it, and you don't have all this other stuff going on when all the other stuff is going on. Okay, so that cup of ketchup, 8 ounces of tomato sauce. Make sure you use tomato sauce, not tomato paste, because this will thicken up as it cooks. If it starts to get too thick, and you need to stir it every so often, if it starts to get too thick, you can always add a little bit of water, or even better, some beef broth to it. Okay, so then after that, I'm going to add a half a cup of water, which I've already measured. And then I'm going to add some minced onion, and I've minced up about 1/4 of a cup of onion, and you can add up to a half a cup if you prefer, or you can add just a little less if you would rather. Then I'm going to add salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder. Now, we use just regular chili powder. If it's a little hotter, then you can add the same amount and get a little more heat from it. Or if you use regular like we do, you could add up to 2 tablespoons, and again, you'll get a little more spice with it. But I've mixed those spices here in my ramekin. Okay? And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to put in a tablespoon of prepared mustard. And I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. Okay. So all I have to do now is mix those up and turn my crock pot on. If I'm going to heat this, I'm going to put the lid on it. If I'm going to heat it on high, it's going to take about 1.5 hours. Or if I'm going to put it on low, it'll take 2 to 2.5 hours. But then we'll have our hot dog chili to go on those roasted hot dogs. And the kids are welcome to it too. Hello everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. A few weeks back I went to my niece's and we did some recipes together, and my sister made her potato salad, and her potato salad is wonderful, and most people really like it. But I'm going to show you a different version of potato salad that this is a potato salad I usually make, and there's a couple of reasons. Hers has mustard in it, and my family doesn't really care a lot for mustard. Hers also has dill pickles and dill pickle juice in it, and my family wouldn't eat anything with dill pickles in it. They're stuck on sweet pickles, and even then it's got to be a certain sweet pickle. So this recipe calls for sweet pickles instead, and there's no mustard in it. So what I did ahead of time is I boiled in their skins. I boiled 5 pounds of potatoes, and you can use red potatoes, you can use russet potatoes, it doesn't really matter. Then I let those cool to room temperature, and then I cut those up into pretty good sized chunks. I don't like them too small, but again, you don't want too large either. So I also went ahead and in that same pan while the potatoes were boiling, I put 4 eggs in their shells, and I hard boiled those, and so I've already chopped those up as well. So to my potatoes that I've cut up into those pieces, I'm going to add the eggs that I've chopped up. And then I'm going to stir in about a cup of onion. It's actually only 3 tablespoons, which is just a little under a quarter of a cup. But I always tell you this, just go with what you like as far as the amount of onion that you add. Then I'm going to add some salt and pepper, and this is just to taste. So if you like lots of pepper, add lots of pepper. If you don't, then go easy on it. And the same way with the salt. And my little spoons that are in my Crocks hold about a ½ teaspoon. So to that, I'm going to add my pickle relish. Now, I can pickles every other year. I can sweet pickles, and it's quite the process, this recipe is. So anyway, so I took about a quarter to a ½ cup of those pickles and chopped those up fine. And I'm going to add that to my salad. Then I'm going to add some mayo and sour cream. Now I'm going to mix these two together just to make it a little easier. And in this bowl in my bowl, I already had a cup and a half of mayo, and then I'm adding 2/3 cup of sour cream. Now I just like the creaminess that sour cream gives to the potato salad, and the flavor is good as well, but it just adds that richness and the creaminess to it. Okay. So the only other thing I have to add to my salad, mix that up real quick, is I need to add some of my pickle juice. And when I can, sometimes I even can some extra jars of the extra juice that I have off the sweet pickles, but you can use just some sweet pickle juice from pickles that you buy. I don't know if my bowl's quite big enough for this, but I'm going to add some of that to my dressing for my potato salad. I saw somewhere that they actually sell just jars of pickle juice, and I know some people drink dill pickle juice for the electrolytes and the salt that it adds back in if they're cramping or whatever in athletics. But anyway, I don't know if what I saw was dill pickle juice or whether it was sweet pickle juice. Okay. So now I'm going to pour my dressing all over my salad. And you can do this quite a ways ahead. There have been times I've added bacon bits to my potato salad as well, but I don't do that on a regular basis. Okay, I'm just going to mix that in. And we're going to have this tonight at our cookout. Again, this is a great 4th of July or anytime recipe, but normally we think of 4th of July picnicking with grilling and potato salads and that kind of thing. So hopefully you'll try this and you'll enjoy it as much as we do. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.